why I hate WandaVision. Now, if you've watched any of my Why I Hate series before, you'll know that I end up not hating the thing that I start out saying that I hate. But with WandaVision, it's more of the same. However, with WandaVision, I do actually have some genuine bad taste after the finale. So I'd like to explain, and even though I don't hate it because WandaVision was amazing and presumably the reviews will say it was amazing, but let's get into why I, in inverted commas, hate WandaVision. Things that were set up in the show weren't actually paid off, and not in a good way like the first season of True Detective, where they had that Yellow King, and those things weren't ever paid off in the show, but it was a mystery and it was left as a mystery on purpose. With WandaVision, it seemed as though a lot of the stuff that they were setting up just purposely was left out. And I know that they can, Marvel as an entity can tie up loose ends later by bringing in these things, and I'll explain what they are. But they didn't do it in WandaVision. WandaVision's over. That is the season, possibly only version of WandaVision we'll ever get, and the finale was a bit disappointing. Let's get into the reasons why. Monica Rambeau's character was, part of Captain Marvel. What can you expect? She kind of sucked. Her biggest flex in the entire thing was in the finale. She caught some bullets in her body and then let them fall out behind her body. That was it. What a weird superpower. And then she had this off-screen engineer that she was teasing, and everyone was expecting, we'll get into why, that some cameo of a big engineer would be like Beast from the X-Men, which is cool, tying the X-Men, we'll get to that, or maybe someone like Mr. Fantastic, tie in the Fantastic Four. No, we just didn't see the engineer, we don't know who it was. Unless you're talking about her friend, but I think the engineer was meant to be a guy, but we'll get onto the friend in a second when we get to the Skywalker level conspiracy. Paul Bettany, who is the actor that plays Vision, he was, I guess, trolling everyone, but as we were leading up to the finale, he was saying there's this actor that he's always wanted to work with, and finally, in the finale, he got to work with that actor. So everyone's thinking, there's a mystery cameo, and we'll explain why in a second. It could be some famous actor, maybe like one of the X-Men, people like Professor X or Magneto, Ian McKellen, or there's something big like that, or maybe some sort of Fantastic Four tie-in, something along those lines. No, Paul Bettany was trolling us. He was talking about himself. It was when him and White Vision were fighting. That's cool. That's your dream actor you want to work with yourself. Fair enough. Paul Bettany, kind of funny, but all of these things add up. And then we didn't get a real resolution to Vision, because we were thinking, and by we I mean me, that real good Vision, his consciousness that Wanda created that only is alive inside the Hex, would be transferred into White Vision, and that's how we'd get Vision going forward. They decided to just kill off Vision that we know from the series. Fair enough. And then the entire thing was about, it's all for the children. Now, we were thinking, and by we I mean me, that Mephisto or Nightmare or something along those lines was secretly trying to manipulate Wanda to have children so that these children could do something and bring in this other character. No, it wasn't all for the children. The children died off screen. Captain Hayward was one of those people we were thinking, okay, this guy is either working for Mephisto or he is secretly Mephisto. No doubt about it. And then we get to the end, he was just, a guy who didn't like Wanda, and then he got arrested. It was a weird resolution and really terrible. We were thinking Mephisto was coming. We should have been alerted by episode 7, where it was Agatha all along. yeah, it was Agatha all along. There was no Mephisto, there was no cool other character. Agatha, as a big witch or something, she had a nice fight scene with Wanda, but like her whole story just dissolved by the time we got to the last episode. It was weird. And then we get on to the Skywalker cameo. This is something that Elizabeth Olsen said, the person that plays Wanda in the series. She said, you know, at the end of Mandalorian season 2, where there's a massive moment and finally it's revealed Luke Skywalker, who is a de-aged Mark Hamill, and it was like, what? Didn't see that coming. Elizabeth Olsen said, yeah, we have that as well in WandaVision. And the only thing, because there was no other character, so the only thing that she could have been talking about was right at the end where Monica Rambeau goes to her friend who secretly was a Skrull this whole time. I mean, it's not a cameo, first of all, because it's just a character, it's not an actual person. But also, Monica Rambeau was friends with this girl as a child, right? Why wouldn't they have stayed friends? Why would this Skrull person hide as a human her entire life, being a new friend, and then finally reveal herself to say, I'm this? It was silly. It was so silly. So, I mean, the series was good. It was really good. And if I watch it all again, not expecting too much, I'm probably going to love it a lot more than I have now. But it has left a bad taste in my mouth. Loki is coming up so soon. Falcon and the Winter Soldier first, but Loki is coming up so soon. This is now an end screen. So I'm going to try and keep very, very still. And you're going to see something pop up down here, which is going to be a way for you to subscribe. Or you could just click one of the playlists that are up here and then carry on watching some of my videos. Good to see you!